My name's David Cutts. I'm the Managing Director of Strategy and Technology, known as S&T. So I look after the whole enterprise. We have about 50 people now, and our business is in a number of parts. We do MHEG engines, that's middleware for TVs and set-top boxes. We do IP&TV middleware for TVs and set-top boxes. It's a new product coming along. We do MHEG applications and systems for delivering interactive content to TVs, and we have a significant business in the United States with infrastructure for interactive TV, for cable operators, carouseling systems and such like.
MHEG's at the centre of your operation. Why are you behind that format?
Well, MHEG is an international standard that we have been working with for more than 10 years now. Since when it was adopted in the UK for interactive TV on Freeview, and we've become one of its chief proponents and manufacturers. So we make, I think uniquely make complete systems for MHEG. In the last 5 years, we've been involved in developing a thing called MHEG Interaction Channel. We've been working with other people to specify the technology as part of the DTG. And later pushing the technology into ETSI standardization. And now what we're doing, as the technology becomes implemented in TVs that we supply software to and in others as well, we are now producing applications which will use that facility in TVs to deliver video on demand services and other interactive services into the bulk of TVs, new TVs, coming to the market next year.
Why do you think though MHEG is a better format to go with than UView? I mean, what are the benefits?
Well, I mean, the thing about MHEG is that it's now a mature standard. Mature doesn't mean old and fat like me. Mature means lean and fit and actually operating comfortably. And so we have a well-tried technology which we are now extending into internet connection, and this is now going to go into a very large number of consumer devices which will be distributed through the normal TV retail chains, televisions, set-top boxes, PVRs, all will have this feature as standard, and we can then see millions of devices going into the market every year so that they can then be connected to new services that can be offered using the technology.
The market seems to have changed, and the expectations around this show compared to last year are very, very different. How have you had to adapt and mould in terms of your products?
Well, we're adapting in one or two ways, but we're sticking here with a vision of hybrid and connected TV, which we've had for probably 5 years. And I'm pleased to see that the world is, has moved from being a pure IP&TV vision, which is what was happening a few years ago, to very much a hybrid connected TV vision, which is sort of where we've always been. What the technology we're promoting is really quite simple. It involves streaming video over an MPEG transport stream straight into the heart of a consumer television, for example, something which is elegant engineering and simple for the user, and therefore low cost. So we've been holding this vision for a long time, and I think people are coming round to that. And then of course there are other people who are doing it a slightly different way, like in France and Germany they're using IP&TV, which has very similar functionality, but using browser technology, HTML and JavaScript technology. So we're also adopting that for those markets in some of the software we provide. So I think the market is coming to us rather than the other way around.
How difficult is it though to try and second guess where the market is going? Because it's in a state of flux at the moment, really. There's lots of different approaches.
There's lots of different things out there. There are lots of different needs being met. And I think what I try to focus us on is imagining what the consumer need really is. And for me it's as far as IP delivery of content is concerned, it's largely streaming delivery simply to the main TV screen easy access, nothing too complicated, with the appropriate level of security. And the more you complicate things, the more expensive they are to do, the more difficult they are to explain to customers, and the longer they take to get to market. Now this has taken a while to get to market, but I think its simplicity and low cost should make it very acceptable to roll out a mass market product.
What about consumer expectations? Because 2-3 years ago, people had a pay TV box, it worked how it works. They didn't have a choice how to operate that. Now they're much more savvy with smartphones, with tablets. What difference is that making in your business?
I think there's going to be a whole range of devices which people adopt. So you take there'll be an upmarket device like YouView, which is going to have all the bells and whistles and features and lots of different security systems and blah, blah, blah. But that's going to be at the top end of the range. And we're much more like a standard, aiming to be much more like a standard phone. It will be a slightly smart phone. But bear in mind that the analogy between phones and television is difficult to make, because a phone, for example, will be very high tech, lots of technology, 2-year life, whereas a television might be high tech and lots of technology, but it's got to have an 8 to 10 year life. So the sorts of things you can do with a TV system is much slower paced, if you like, and you have to build something which will last a long time. And so you can't change at the same rate that the telephone industry changes.
You talk about the rest of the industry catching up with you guys. Tell me about the next 12 months. It sounds quite exciting.
The next 12 months, I really hope to get this S&T player system launched and sold to some people and out there working in the market, both in the UK and in other places around the world where we're having conversations about it. And I also hope to get our implementation of HBB-TV out in the market in various devices. But the main message for today is that we've got an end-to-end system for IP-connected television using MHEG, which is going to come to the market this year, which is going to be low cost, functional, simple to use, and very wide, and enabling wide distribution and reach for the broadcaster and distributor.